Greetings! Mandatory79 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Tier Days! Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now.
Cardfight Vanguard Tier Days.
Loading game. Proceeding.
どのモードで
Here
遊
we
ぶ
are on the main menu. Go to edit deck menu.
どのデッキを見る
And now today's video, the deck profile I'm going to be making one for is Stoicheia's Mysterious Reign Spiritualist Zorga D-BT02. Alright, and I'm going to be using this D-BT01 Zorga deck. It's the base of the deck I'm going to build. Alright, getting started. Edit deck. Here we are. So like I mentioned before, the deck I'm building in today's deck profile video is a Stoicheia's Mysterious Reign Spiritualist Zorga deck with cards only available up until D-BT02. So first you go to filter settings, pack, only select D-BT01, Genesis of 5 Greats, D-BT02, A Brush of the Legends, and Festival Collection 2021, which is released between the two boosters. Apply filter. Here we are. So let's get started. So first, the grade 3 lineup for the grade 3s of this deck we're playing. Right deck, grade 3, Mysterious Reign Spiritualist Zorga. His skills are, first skill, continuous as a Vanguard. When you would play a normal order, you can bind a normal order with a different card name from your drop to an Alchemagic, combine costs and add the effect to the back. And second skill, action as a Vanguard once per turn. Counterblast 1, if the cost is paid, choose a card from your drop zone and call it to rearguard circle. So for Zorga, he's the main grade 3 to ride his deck. His first skill, just by playing a normal order, can activate a different normal order from your drop zone and Alchemagic, thus allowing you to play 2 orders in a single turn. And his second skill, just by counterblasting 1, you'll be able to call a card from your drop zone to the rearguard, thus securing you another attacker or booster to work with. So for Zorga, we have 4, and keeping 4, 1 in the right deck. Next up, the grade 3 normal order, Grief, Despair, and Rejection. Its skill is play with a counterblast of 1 if the cost has been paid. If your Vanguard is Mysterious Reign Spiritualist Zorga, choose 3 of your units and they get plus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. So for this order card, it's a support card for the Zorga deck. Just by counterblasting 1, your front row gets like 3 of your units, your Vanguard or your rear guard gets plus 10,000 power, so it's a good way to boost your field with more powerful attackers. So for this order card, Grief, Despair, Rejection, we have 4, keeping 4. And next up, the grade 3 Hydraulic Ram Dragon. Gonna take this out of the deck. And next up, for the other grade 3s we're playing, the grade 3 normal order, Cursed Souls, Squirming in Agony. Its skill, play Soul Blast 2 if it costs been paid. Look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 unit card from among them, call to rear guard, discard the rest. If during Alchemagic, call up to 2 cards instead of 1 to rear guard, and all of the orders called cards get plus 5,000 power to the end of the turn. So this order card, Cursed Souls, Squirming in Agony, it's a good way to superior call cards from the top of your deck or put them into the drop zone. Thus, and the call units get plus 5,000 power. So this order card is a good way to add up more cards in your drop zone, either orders or rear guards to superior call using Zorga's second skill, or to fill out your field with rear guards to attack with. So for Cursed Soul, Squirming Agony, we're putting 2 into the deck. Next up, the grade 2 lineup. Right deck, grade 2, Black Tears Husk Dragon. His skills are, first skill, auto. When placed in the Vanguard circle, choose up to 1 normal order from your drop zone, put it into your hand. Second skill, continuous as a rear guard. If you played an order this turn, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. So for Husk Dragon, he's the main grade 2 to ride in his deck. First skill, just by riding him, you'll be able to get any normal order from your drop zone to play in your hand. And the second skill, as long as an order was played in that turn, Husk can serve as a 15,000 point attacker from your rear guard. So for Husk, we have 4, taking 3 out, playing only 1 in the right deck. The grade 2 Inheritance Maiden, Hendrina. Her skills are, first skill, auto. When placed in the rear guard circle, you may discard 3 cards from the top of your deck. Second skill, action is the rear guard. Retire this unit if the cost is paid until the end of the turn. The next time you would Alchemagic an order and play it, you may choose not to pay all that costs Soul Blast. So for Hendrina, she's a good support card for Zorga. For her first skill, just by calling, you'll be able to place the top 3 cards in your drop zone, giving you a good chance of getting another order card to Alchemagic with, or to have a rear guard superior call using Zorga's second skill. And then Hendrina's second skill, just by retiring her from your rear guard, you can choose not to pay any soul blast for an alchemagic order, making it a good way to secure your soul blast or to preserve your soul. So for Hendrina, we have 4, taking 2 out, only playing 2. Next up, the Great 2 we're adding to this deck next is the Great 2, Fleet Smaller. His skill, auto, is a rear guard. When this unit attacks, if you did Alchemagic and order this turn, cost Soul Blast 1. If the cost and paid until the end of the battle, this unit gets plus 5,000 power, and when your opponent would call cards from hand to Guardian Circle, they must call 2 or more at the same time. So for Fleet Stalwart, it's another support card for the Zorga deck. As long as you Alchemagic on that turn, when attacking Fleet Swallower by paying a Soul Blast of 1, not only does Fleet Swallower become a 15,000 point attacker, but it becomes a guard restrictor, since if your opponent wants to guard from against Fleet Swallower from their hand, they must use 2 more cards from their hand, thus pressuring your opponent to be unable to guard or to use up more cards from their hand. So for Fleet Swallower, we're playing 4 of him. Okay. Then next up, the Great 2, Normal Order, Nectar of Sensationalism. Its skill order, choose one of your rear guards, and until the end of the turn, it gets plus 5,000 power for every 5 cards in your drop zone. And if your drop zone has 15 or more cards, it gets critical plus 1. So Nectar of Sensationalism is a good order card to play in your Zorga deck. For the more cards in your drop zone, you can then add power to a rear guard and possibly critical, thus making it easier to land more decisive blows on your enemies. So for the Nectar of Sensationalism, we're playing 3 of him. Next up, the Great 1 lineup. For the Great 1 of this deck, we're playing Ride Deck, Great 1, Rancor Chain. His skill, first skill, action as a Vanguard, once per turn, Soul Blast 1. If the cost and paid, you can draw 2 cards, then choose 1 order from your hand and discard it. If you did not discard, then choose 2 cards from your hand and discard them instead. Second skill, Continuous, as a rear guard. If you played an order this turn, this unit gets plus 2,000 power. So for Rancor Chain, he's the main Great 1 to ride in his deck. His first skill, as a Vanguard, just by Soul Blasting 1, and you get to draw 2 cards, but you have to discard an order for an additional cost. So the first skill is a good way to restock your hand by the time you ride to Great 1, as long as you don't mind giving up an order card after playing the skill. And the second skill, as long as an order is played, Rancor Chain can serve as a 10,000 point attacker or 10,000 point booster from the back row. For Rancor Chain, we have 1 in the right deck, keeping it that way. Next up, the Great 1, Normal Order, Spiritual Body Condensation. Hold on, the thumbnail's not showing. There we go. Great 1, Normal Order, Spiritual Body Condensation. Its skill order, play with Soul Blast of 1 if the cost and paid. Choose a card with grade equal or less than your Vanguard from the drop zone called the rear guard, and it gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. So for this order card, it's a good support card for the Zorga deck. Just by Soul Blasting 1, you'll be able to secure call any drop zone card that's the same grade or less than your Vanguard, and the call card gets plus 5,000 power, thus securing a possible attacker or booster from your field. So for Spiritual Body Condensation, we have 4, taking 2 out, only playing 2 of this order. Next up, the Great 1, Conspiring Mutant Admantis. Not going to play this card, taking 3 out. Next up, we're playing the Great 1, Rogue Headhunter. His skills are, first skill, Continuous as a rear guard. If you played an order this turn, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. Second skill, Auto. When this unit is placed on the rear guard circle, the next time you would Alchemagic an order and play it this turn, you can reduce that order card's counterblast by 1. Reduce from the total cost, does not counter charge even if it becomes negative. So for Rogue Headhunter, he's a good support card for the Zorga deck. His first skill, as long as order is played that turn, he can serve as a 13,000 point attacker or 13,000 point booster from the back row. And second skill, when you place him on the rear guard circle, then during that turn, if you would Alchemagic, you can reduce a counterblast cost by 1 for the order card, thus securing your counterblast for other skills if you wish to. So for Rogue Headhunter, we're playing 4 of him in the deck, okay? Then, let's see, what else? Then next up, the Great 1, Sleeve Tugging Bell. Her skill is Auto. When placed in the rear guard circle, you may put all of your cards from the bind zone to your drop zone. If you do, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end turn for each card you put. So for Tugging Bell, which is a good card to use in your Zorga decks, since whenever you alchemagic an order in your drop zone, it goes to the bind zone. So with Bell's skill, you're able to send all those bind cards back to your drop zone, thus giving you orders to play for alchemagic. But also for Bell, the more cards returned from the bind zone to the drop zone, she gets 5,000 power, so it's possible to stack a huge amount of power for Bell to make her a powerful booster or attacker. So for Bell, we're playing 2 of her. Okay. Then the Grade 2, Tearful Malice. Normal order, not going to play this card, taking 3 out. Next up, the Grade 0 lineup. Grade 0, Ride Deck, Dream Nibbling, Skill, Auto. When this unit is written upon, if you went second, draw a card. So for Dream Nibbling, he's the starting unit of this deck. Just by riding on top of him, you went second, you get to draw a card. Okay, got 1 in the right deck. Now for the trigger lineup, for the triggers to this deck, we're playing Grade 0, Silverhorn Beast, Jackalope, critical trigger. Taking 1 out, playing 3. The Grade 0, Abyss Temptation, critical trigger. Playing 4, keeping 4. Next up, Grade 0, Lost Child of Attachment, draw trigger, taking 3 out, replacing with Grade 0, Frenzied Heiress, front trigger. Her skill is continuous as a guardian. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield. So for Heiress, she's a powerful front trigger to play in your Stoicheia deck. Just by guarding of her while your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, she alone can serve as a 20,000 point shield. So for Heiress, we're playing 4 of her. Now for the Grade 0, Elegy Pixie, heal trigger, we're playing 4 of her. Last but not least, the Grade 0, Source Dragon, Deity of Blessings plus favor over trigger. Her skill is trigger, additional effect, draw a card, choose one of your units, it gets plus 1 critical to the end of the turn. All of your front row units get plus 10,000 power, and if your damage zone has the same number of cards as your opponent's or more, choose a card from your damage zone and heal it. So for Blessed Favor, he's the over trigger for the Stoicheia Nation. Like any other over trigger in the Cardfight Vanguard trading card game, he features the same skill and activation. It's when you reveal during a drop check or damage check, you may get 100 million power and draw a card. And then he has features and ability that's unique to him alone. If revealed during a drop check on your turn, you can draw a card, give a critical to a unit, give your front row plus 10,000 power, and heal damage. So more or less, Bliss favors like all 4 D standard format triggers, critical, draw, front, and heal into a single trigger. So for Bliss favor, we're playing 1, keeping 1. And I forgot to mention this one, the Great 1, Planet Prevent Dragon. Skills are, first skill, Continuous Sentinel, second skill, auto. When placed in the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, it can appear in the battle. If your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from your hand and discard it. So for Planet Prevent, he's one of the perfect guards for the Stoicheia Nation. Like any other perfect guard in the Cardfight Vanguard trading card game, features the same skill and activation. When used to guard with and discarding 1 card, you can block 1 enemy attack, but he also has an ability unique to all D standard format perfect guards. If used to guard with while you have less than 2 cards in hand, you will not have to pay the usual discard 1 cost, making him a no-cost perfect guard in last resort desperate situations. So for this perfect guard, playing 4, and okay, the deck's been built, card effects explained, then pressing start to save deck, overwrite deck being built. And so the deck's been built, card effects explained. For the cards in this deck, we're playing 4, Grade 3, Mysterious Reign Spiritualist, Zorga. 2, Grade 3, Cursed Souls, Scorpion Agony. 4, Grade 3, Grief, Despair, and Rejection. 2, Grade 2, Inheritance Maiden, Hendrina. 1, Grade 1, Black Tears Husk Dragon. 4, Grade 2, Fleet Swallower. 3, Grade 2, Nectar of Sensationalism. 4, Grade 1, Planet Prevent Dragon. 2, Grade 1, Spiritual Body Condensation. 1, Grade 1, Rancor Chain. 4, Grade 1, Rook Headhunter. 2, Grade 1, Sleeve Tugging Belt. 1, Grade 0, Dream Nibbling. Starting unit. For the triggers to this deck, we're playing 7 critical triggers, 4 front triggers, 4 heal triggers, and 1 over trigger plus favor. Alright, so the deck has been built, Cardfight explained, so let's test out the deck. So leaving the
どのモードで
edit
遊
deck
ぶ
menu, going to fight menu,
どのファイトにする
CPU fight, choosing an opponent. Okay, I'm going to be fighting against, let's see. But choosing my deck, choosing Zorga and fighting against. I guess I'll fight against this time. Tomari Seto, normal difficulty.
絶対に負けないから久々のファイトゾクゾクするわ
Alright, the fight begins. Get started. We're deciding who goes first, so rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper to scissors, I lose, going second. Alright, drawing a starting hands, I send one shield trigger back. Redraw, okay.
スタートアップ
Stand with the Vanguard.
私のタ
My
ーン
opponent,
ドロー
she rides
ライ
the
ド
Great One, Chanite Blue, skill adding prison to hand. Okay. Then setting prison
セットオーダースキル発
and
動
soul charging 3 cards. The 3 card set was a prison,
ドロー
Flaney, and Bulldoze. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna write Ranker Chain from the right deck. I discard Great 3, Creep, Despair, and Rejection.
ライド
Right. Then Nibbling Skill.
スキル発動
I'm going to draw a card. My Vanguard skill, Ranker Chain. I Soul Blast 1
スキル発動
and draw 2 cards. Draw, and I discard an order card from hand. Now battle phase, Vanguard to Vanguard,
ヴァンガー
8k.
ドノーガード
Draw
ドライ
check,
ブチェック
no trigger, okay. And 1 damage, damage check.
ドロートリガー
Ah, draw trigger, no.
パワープラス
Increasing hand size, okay. That's the end of my turn. My opponent's
私
turn.
のターンねドローライド
Okay. She rides the Great 2, Rizit Pink. And okay, I have to place a hand card into the prison. I put Fleet
暗
Swallower,
黙に収容コール
and she calls
スキル発動
the Great 1, Bag of Motor, and Great 2, Trace Gene. Okay. She puts a drop zone card into the prison, my starting unit. Alright, no guard. Vanguard.
ドライブチェック
Drive check. Violet Dragon, no. Perfect guard. Out. Damage check. No trigger. And now, rear guard the Vanguard. Take the hit, no guard.
ノーガード
Out. Damage check. No trigger, okay.
ターン
Now it's my turn. I stand and
ドロ
draw.
ー
I'm going to ride for my right deck, Black Tears Husk Dragon, and I'm going to discard. Let's see, what's discard? I'm going to discard one Rogue Headhunter.
ライド
Right, Black Tears Husk Dragon, Black Tears is
スキル
skill.
発動
I'm going to add a normal order for my drop zone to hand. I add Grief, Despair, and Rejection back. Then I play Spiritual Body Condensation. I Soul Blast 1 and Superior Call 1 to my rear guard. So I call Rogue Headhunter to the rear guard.
スペリオルコールパワープラス
And okay, power added. Then I'm not gonna activate the skill.
スキル発動
Then I activate Prison skill. I'm going to Counter Blast 1, Superior Call 2 units. I call Dream Nibbling and Fleet Swallower to the rear guards. Dream Nibbling to the rear guard. Swallower to the front row.
スペリオルコール
Alright. Then, okay, that should do it. Beginning battle phase. First up, Fleet Swallower attacks the rear
リ
guard.
アガードにアタックノーガード
No guard, okay. Now boosted by Nibbling, my Vanguard attacks the rear Vanguard. 16k.
ノーガード
Drive check.
ドライブチェック
No trigger. 1 damage.
ダ
Damage
メージチェッ
check.
ク
No trigger. Alright. Now Headhunter attacks the Vanguard.
ヴァンガード
18k.
にノーガード
Yes, it goes through. Slash.
ダメー
Damage
ジチェッ
check.
ク
Draw. Not another draw trigger. Seriously?
パワープラス
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
ワンエンド
My opponent's turn, she rides the Grade 3, Seraph Snow. Activating Vanguard skill, gonna bind my rear guard, gonna imprison my rear guards, sorry. Imprisoning my front row, okay. Calling a rear guard. Activating the skill of the rear guard, she's gonna imprison, no soul charge, okay. 8, there are 2 cards in the prison, so no triple drive, alright. Alright, take the hit, no guard. Twin drive, first check, no trigger, no, not another perfect guard. Second check. Critical trigger, seriously? Alright, critical the Vanguard, power to rear guard. And here it comes, 2 damage. Chain down, out, that hurts. First, no trigger. And second check. No trigger, not good. Alright. 28k. So I guard my front guardian. Plus 5k shield, 30k shield in total. Guard. Attack blocked. Alright, it's my turn. I stand and draw. I'm going to rock my right deck, Mysterious Raid Spiritualist Zorga. I discard. Let's see. I guess I'll discard Nectar of Sensationalism. And alright, Mysterious Raid Spiritualist Zorga. Okay, then. I activate Prison skill. Not gonna do this. Gonna counterblast 1. Counterblast 1 and superior call 2 prisoned units. I call Headhunter and Fleet Swallower. 1 Headhunter to here. And 1 Fleet Swallower here. Wait, not yet. Headhunter to the back. Swallower to the front, okay. Power added. Then Headhunter skill. This turn, Alchemagics don't cost any counterblasts. Nope, reduce the counterblast of 1 for an Alchemagic, okay. Then I'm going to activate my Vanguard skill. Counterblast 1. I superior call a card from my drop zone. I call Rancor Chain. Okay, what else? Nothing else. So now I'm going to cast Order, Grief, Despair, and Rejection. I Alchemagic, Spiritual Body, Condensation. Counterblast, Soul Blast. And okay, power to 3 units, power to Rancor Chain, my Vanguard, and to Fleet Swallower. Power added, okay. Then a superior call to the back row. 1 Black Tears Husk Dragon. Switching the power added, switching the places of Rancor and Black Tears. More power added, and okay, that should do it. Beginning battle phase. My Vanguard attacks the Vanguard, 29k. Twin drive, first check. No trigger. And second check. No trigger, not good. Here it comes, 1 damage. And what is it? No trigger, okay. Now Rancor Chain boosting my Husk Dragon attacks the Vanguard, 40k. No guard, okay. 1 more damage, so what is it? Ah, critical trigger, no! Alright, boosted by Headhunter, my Swallower attacks the Vanguard, 33k. He guards a 15k shield, okay. Attack blocked, so that's the end of my turn. My opponent's turn. Ah, no, Persona Ride! Power added, drawing a card, and using his skill to imprison a drop zone card. Vanguard skill, imprisoning another 2 rear guards. Imprisoning my right column, okay. Alright, Vanguard to Vanguard, I'm gonna perfect guard. I'm going to discard for the perfect guard cards, 1 order card. Guard. Drive check. Ah, no, critical trigger, not good. All effects of rear guard, okay. And second check. Ah, no, draw trigger, come on, seriously? Third check, no trigger, okay. And okay, the attack is blocked. Now attacking the rear guard, okay. I guard the front guardian, guard with critical trigger, 43k. Front guardian, another 55k shield, 48k. Attack blocked. Alright, it's my turn. I stand and draw. Okay, then I Persona Ride Zorga. Persona Ride and drawing a card, okay. Then I take the prison skill, I counter blast. Nope, I'm gonna counter blast. 1. And superior call 2 rear guards. I superior call Fleet Swallower and Rogue Headhunter. Call. Skills activate. And now I play the order card, Nectar of Sensationalism. Yep, I've been up, so Nectar of Sensationalism. I Alchemagic, Grief, Despair, and Rejection. Don't have the counterblast, confirm, so I give power and critical to Fleet Swallower. And give more power to the front row, let's see. Wait, no critical was added? Why? Oh, it needs to be 15 or more. Okay, never mind. Then I'm going to... I think this is enough, so beginning battle phase. First up, my Vanguard attacks the Vanguard, 39k. He guards, with a perfect guard, not good. Alright, twin drive, first check, no trigger. And second check. Yes, over trigger! I give 100 million power to Fleet Swallower. And the critical as well to Fleet Swallower. Powered front row. And the attack is blocked. Now boosted by Headhunter, Fleet Swallower attacks the Vanguard. Skill, I Soul Blast 1. And now my opponent must guard 2 or more cards from hand. Perfect guard, guarding another card. Okay. Now, Husk Dragon attacks the Vanguard, 55k. And now, over trigger guard. Alright, so the attack is blocked. End of my turn, my opponent's turn. Nah, not another Persona Ride, seriously? Back mode of skill, imprisoning a drop zone card, okay. Vanguard skill, gonna imprison more of my cards, okay. Again, the right column. Calling again, not good. Alright. Guarding the rear guard. 15k shield. Guard. 28k, attack blocked. Vanguard the Vanguard. Alright, gonna take the hit. No guard. Triple drive, first check. No trigger. Second check. No trigger. And third check. No trigger, alright. I'm safe. Here comes 1 damage. And chain down. Out, that hurts. Damage check. Heal trigger. Cannot heal, but power to Vanguard. Alright. Rear guard to Vanguard. Okay. I guard with a heal trigger. 38k. Attack blocked. Alright. My turn. I stand and draw. Alright. Not gonna ride. Go into main phase. I activate the... Let's see what to activate. Alright, I'm gonna activate the prison cards. Yep, gonna activate the prison. Counterblast 1. Superior Call 2 rear guards. I'm going to Superior Call 1 Fleet Swallower and Rogue Headhunter. Swallower to the front, Headhunter to the back. Skills activated. Counterblast -1 for this turn. Then I play Order. Grief, Despair, and Rejection. I Alchemagic. Nectar, Sensationalism. Okay. First, I give power to my front row. And give power to the rear guard on the left. Power added. Now I call Sleeve Tugging Bell over my Dream Nibbling. Skill activated. All Bind Zone cards to the drop zone. That's... Alright, added total 22k. And now, that should be enough. Beginning battle phase. My Vanguard attacks the Vanguard. 45k. Ah, not another perfect guard. He discards a prison, okay. Twin drive, first check. Yes, heal trigger. I heal 1 point of damage. Give power to Sage's 33, 40k. Okay, give power to Husk Dragon. And second check. No trigger, okay. The attack is blocked. And now boosted by Rancor Chain, Husk Dragon attacks the Vanguard, 50k. He guards with everything in his hand, not good. Intercepts as well. Okay, the attack does not go through, so 1 more attack. Boosted by Headhunter, my Fleet Swallower attacks the Vanguard. 33k. Yes, the attack goes through! And chop. Here it is. Last damage. Check. Yes, critical trigger. He cannot heal. Alrighty, 6 damage. I win. That was close. Winner me. So win, attack 100,000 more power. And perfect guarded, drew an over trigger, did a persona ride, 8 turns passed, did a superior call, retired 5 or more opposing units, and drew 3 times in 1 turn. I got 2050 VP, total 12,500 VP. Returning to the fight menu. Returning to the main menu. Going to edit deck menu. Alright, so the deck has been built, card effects explained, and I just tested out the deck in front of you, so with that, there's a lot of time we have for today. So first off, I want to say thank you to the viewers watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload again in the near future. Also, we all show support by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that, I say goodbye and see you all soon.